We're gonna go and we're gonna go look at Menlyn, just like I told you, the place, which is absolutely fantabulous. They have a real nice mall there, several other events. But on the way, we're actually going to stop at a place here in South Africa. It's called Macro, and everybody here in the country knows exactly what Macro is. However, we're going to go up there to look at it, and I guarantee you, for you people in America, you're going to look at it and say, that reminds me of Walmart. But that's what we said when we first got here as well. So stay tuned, stay with us, and enjoy the ride. All right, everybody. It's always great to leave the neighborhood so we can go and always show you, where we are, what we're doing. Obviously, the car is clean now. We're pretty happy and whatnot. As you can see, all the surrounding areas, the amount of traffic, and of course, you get the chance to see, the terrain here in South Africa is really nice. It's something that you probably need to see most of the time, especially for those of us who are viewing this from the United States. So as you see, South Africa itself is pretty modern. We just left Johannesburg area, and now we're heading to Pretoria. Obviously, we're going to make one stop, like I mentioned earlier. But just look around and just kind of see, hey, this is Africa. It's about as modern as you can possibly be. Obviously, we're from the U.S., so we've seen a lot of modern locations, and I would say this place here rivals pretty much anywhere else we've been in the United States, and of course around the world, since I've been around the world as well. So of course you can always leave in the comments what you think and whatnot about what you're seeing here. Modern roads, modern everything is absolutely stunning, and the weather again is always beautiful here in South Africa. Now we're going to take this exit here, and we're going to pass by just a few things. I just kind of want to point out one or two things as we pass by. That there's a Jaguar dealership here, and of course Land Rover. There are many dealerships here, many car companies that are here, to even include Ford and Chevy. So, like I said, you won't miss out anything when it comes to those types of vehicles. BMW is big here, VW, and so forth, and then every industry around that is here as well. Of course, you notice the gas stations, BP. We have several different gas stations here as well that we don't have in the U.S. And right now, we're about to arrive at Macro. Like again, it's going to remind you of Walmart. So those who are from South Africa, Walmart reminds us looks very similar to this. And when I looked it up, I think Macro is a subsidiary of Walmart. So let's go ahead and get parked, and then we will go inside and check it out. All right, everyone, we are here in Macro. It's gonna be a trip because you're gonna think you're in the U.S. When you're thinking about the Walmart, but it's the South African version of the exact same store. So let's go ahead and go inside and give you just a preview of what it is. And when you get here, if you're worried about going to a Walmart, well, you can just come to Macro. They're all over the country. All right, everybody, we have actually entered into the to Macro. Like I said, it is a major chain here in South Africa, and basically everything that you would normally get in the U.S. So, like if you're a person who likes to go to Walmart and purchase all your gear and things and whatever you need, you can basically do it here. We haven't seen most of the macros are very similar to what we call a super Walmart in the U.S., which is a good thing. And they're, like I said, they're everywhere. I think there are probably about 4 or 5 of them just in Johannesburg alone. With that being said, obviously you're looking around just like we are, and you can see that you can get all your electronics, your household wares, you can get everything. So And you won't miss out on anything because you're going to have a lot of the brands that are, U.S. based brands. You will see a lot of that in these stores as well. So again, you won't miss out on anything if you decide to, come here as an expatriate or repatriation. And at the same time, you're going to see a lot of South African brands as well. And then, of course, brands that you never ever had before had the opportunity to buy. So it's kind of a one-stop shop for everything. So just think about that when you're coming here, to South Africa. It's, like I said, it's a pretty modern society here. I would say first world. In a lot of ways. I know some people say, we're third world with first world problems, which in some ways could be true. But we just wanted to bring this to you just so you can see for yourself. Like I said, you won't find all these searches on the internet saying, "Hey, this is what this is." But South Africa is pretty amazing. As you see, again, we're doing COVID, and you saw everybody wearing their mask, which is a good thing. And that's what we do over here, just to make sure we can, keep safe. But at the same time, as you look, all the shelves are stocked. Then even early on in March and April, the early months of COVID, we were still stocked. Everything was still available for you, so there's no food shortages and things like that. Keep in mind that a lot of the food that you're going to find here is extremely fresh, and this is just at a macro. If you can go to other locations and you'll find even more selections, different selections. So that's basically, how it works over here. And of course, if you got any questions or you got any concerns, obviously you can, leave comments in the comments below. And of course, we'll have some of our South African friends who can answer some of those questions because they are subscribers as well to our YouTube channel. Yeah, but just look around. Now, the pricing, keep in mind that if you see a price on something, just divide that by roughly 17, and that'll be the price in US dollars and so forth. But like I said, as you probably can realize, wow, there's a Walmart over here in South Africa, and they're everywhere. So don't worry about going to a market trying to, get the right price in and got to negotiate. You could just go to a proper retail center, like I was getting ready to say Walmart, but Macro. And of course, all the South Africans know about these stores. Also, too, what I like to do is, like at home, you don't know, Walmarts don't sell anything that's like liquor related. However, here in South Africa, this is one of the major retailers as well. There's about 4 or 5 other places you can go to purchase your liquor, to include some boutique locations. However, here, as you see, every type of liquor and wine that you want is here. And I focus on wine because, this is a big wine country here in South Africa. And if you don't know that by now you know. There's all kind of wines. So California isn't the only place. The southern regions of South Africa produce lots of wine. But then again, you get all the normal alcohol that you want, the drinks that you want, they're all here. And then also too, you get alcohol and things from other places, from other parts of the country. So, or better yet, other parts of the world. So that's something that you need to think about as well as you are here in South Africa. You get options to do more, have more, versus just what is provided to you in the United States. So if you're looking for your Jameson, it's here. If you're looking for your Jack Daniels, it's here. The cognacs are here. Everything is here. So again, and then while you're shopping, for your household goods, you can always stop by and grab you a nice bottle. So life is good. So as I would say, welcome to South Africa. Now we're going to leave here and we're going to get back on the road and we're going to head to Pretoria. We mentioned earlier about going to Menlyn, so that's what our final destination is going to be. But yeah, so now we're back on the road. As you see, we're on our way to Menlyn. And again, I just want to just draw your attention to the cars and just to everything that you see. Sometimes you'll see houses up in the hills. Sometimes you will see, nice structures and so forth. And keep in mind that we are right now between Johannesburg and Pretoria. And right now we're just about to enter into the Menlyn area. We're about to take this exit and so forth. And then what you're going to see is probably like, wow, I didn't know South Africa or Africa in general has things like this. And that they actually do. Things that we find that's a comfort to us are things that most blacks around the world, want. There's a lot of places to go eat. There's a lot of places to entertain yourself. There's a lot of rooftop locations that you can go to, especially in the evenings, as we call here sundowns. You get to enjoy all that. But right now we're in Menlyn. This is it. Okay, and keep in mind, Menlyn is just one area of Pretoria. There's so many several areas. Obviously, the South Africans on this channel is going to, yep, we got Brooklyn, we got Waterkloof, we got Sunnyside, we got all these different locations, and they can explain all those things to you. So, and that's another reason to stay on our page. Now, as you can see to the right, to the left, some of the same type of retail centers and things that you would expect in the U.S., you have them here. One thing I do want to bring to you is that if you look at the back of the tags of the cars, they say GP. That means Gauteng Province. Gauteng Province. It's spelled Gauteng. And I know in the States we would say Gauteng or something to that effect, but it's Gauteng. And based off the province you come from is we can tell where you come from based off if you got a CT on the back, which means Cape Town, things along that line. If it's an L on the back, that means you come from Limpopo. Now, as you see, we're still in Menlyn. You will see the Sun Times Arena. You'll see, just a plethora of entertainment choices while you're here. There's a lot of business centers down here. You will also see places where you can rent apartments, you can hotels, pretty much everything. There's about 2 or 3 clubs inside that building to your right. To your left, you're going to see those are brand new apartments over there, and we can actually establish you a location if that's what you want to do. But this is all South Africa, something that you probably never considered, but it is what it is. The South Africans are very proud of what they do and what they've done in their country, and they're willing to show it off, and they want you to come see it. But inside that building also, the major casino, major event center, everything is there. And of course, when pre-COVID, there was always events. Like every weekend there's always something. And in that open area, you can have events there as well. Some outdoor events. They put up a fence, and then you can have an outdoor event right there. There's a beautiful hotel inside there with pool right there at the Sun Times Arena or Sun Times Square. So this area is called Times Square, as you can see. And of course, you can bet normally in the when it's time for New Year's. This summer here is lit up. So now we're leaving this area. The Sun Times area, and we're just going to drive maybe down the street for a minute or so. And as you see, now we're going to what they call Menlyn Mall. Menlyn Mall is one of the largest malls in South Africa, if not the largest. I know they're constantly building new malls and expanding malls, but the Mall of Africa was the mall that was built initially without it being expanded. It was the largest mall in that regards. But when you're talking about expansions, because I've been to this mall before they expanded, and it was nowhere near the size it is today. So now we are arriving at Menlyn Mall. This is a great destination, obviously, because people just love to just come here, hang out. There's so many restaurants. There's just a lot of quiet space, open space where you can just hang out. Plenty of restaurants, movie theaters. They actually have a theater where you can, where the arts are being conducted. Basically, everything is here, so you can just make this a day destination. Come here to spend time, and of course, a lot of people like to meet up and so forth. So right now, we're getting ready to obviously just park the car. Hello, everyone. We finally made it. We're here at Menlyn Mall right here in South Africa. First of all, it's springtime. It's a wonderful day. So go ahead and stay with us. We're going to go ahead and go inside, but it's absolutely beautiful. Check it out. All right, you guys, we are actually in the mall or at the mall or getting ready to go into the mall. As you see, there's a that's one of the main entrances here, and as you can see to your left, on the left side, you'll see the Hard Rock Cafe, which is absolutely amazing, especially in the evening, because they play music. You can sit outside and they serve you, and some of the places that are inside are absolutely special. But yeah, this Hard Rock Cafe. Now, as you see, the mall is absolutely immaculate, super clean all the time because they have a great staff and so forth. But it's well to notice that, again, great place, something that you need to come visit, even if you are South African and you never decided to come to Menlyn. Now you get an inside view of what's really going on here at Menlyn. Now, for us Americans, we look at, like, for example, the Adidas store here, and then you would be like, okay, it's just Adidas. But you got to keep in mind that there is other styles of shoes in there that we may not have privy to in the U.S. So if you're a fan, you can find things, even though if you might see the same type of brand in the U.S., you might have different options here in South Africa. The good thing about this too is the fact that everybody's being, COVID friendly, meaning that they're wearing their masks and things along that line. So, but yeah, this is Menlyn Mall. It's absolutely massive. I've never been in a mall that is this chic and up to date. So as you can see, I just want you to just kind of look around and look at the people, look at how things are, and then you'll realize that you will fit in here very well, especially if you're coming from America. You will absolutely fall in love with the place. One of the things that you'll find here in Menlyn Mall that we didn't get an opportunity to show you, there's several upmarket, or as they say, as we say, upscale restaurants here. So again, when you come here, you can definitely spend a whole day shopping, go to the movies, just do all the events here. There's always something set up for you to do. And then of course, you can go to one of the best restaurants in South Africa. At least I like it. It's called Bao Bao. The South Africans know exactly what I'm talking about. It's in reference to a tree that primarily grows up in Limpopo. Great location. So as you see, it's very nice here. Very nice here in South Africa, as you can fathom just by looking at some of their shopping centers, or of course here at the Menlyn Mall. Just keep in mind too, as a person who would come here as a tourist, that they would respect you as a tourist and want you to come here, and they do covet the fact that you would select And we do too, select the fact that you are willing to come to South Africa and spend your tourism dollars here. For every person that comes here as a tourist is basically creating a job as well, and which South Africa is looking to covet. So again, come here as a tourist, come to places like this, come with the real South Africa, and like I said, isn't it nice? And for those of you who are coming from the U.S. who are watching this video, keep in mind this is just one location. South Africa is a playground. It's a playground basically, with all the tourist sites and all the things that just happen on a regular basis. You would actually come here and absolutely enjoy yourself. So if you are always sitting back wondering, should I come to Africa? Why should I come to Africa? And thinking that you're going to find all your answers on the internet, I will tell you that you will not. So that's why we set up our company, The Real South Africa, to just bring you, hey, this is what's here. And then once you make the decision to come, we make the effort of getting here very seamless. We take care of everything for you. All you got to do is just commit to coming, and then we'll get your dates set up. We'll find out how many people you want to come. You can come by yourself or you can come with a group. Doesn't matter. Just let us know. But the big deal is that you probably need to start planning, and that's what we do when we have our conversations. So shoot us an email. All that information will be at the end of this video, and once you send us an email, then we will try to set up a phone call with you to discuss what are you trying to do. There are plenty of you guys who are looking at trying to repatriate. We can have those conversations as well. But I will tell you, like I tell anybody, everything here in South Africa starts with a visit. It just starts with the visit, and once you do that, you will be set. Because then you'll meet good people, especially good South Africans. They're absolutely amazing, and then you'll realize that maybe this is somewhere where I can at least vacation from time to time, or for all my vacations, because you cannot see enough of South Africa. For one, to include places like this, all the way down to the villages. So, and of course the townships as well. So again, I would suggest that, hey, watch this video, obviously subscribe, do everything you need to do. And then of course, but this is South Africa. This is yours.
Thank you so much for spending time with us today. If you like what you saw, please subscribe and don't forget to hit the notifications button so you don't miss out on all things The Real South Africa. Thanks again.